Big shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Squarespace.com, your all-in-one platform designed to let you grow your personal or business presence online quickly and easily. Will Young in the house. What you saying, bro?
How's it going?
Brang you on to tell you that it's over. You've been sacked.
On camera? You're doing this to me on camera?
Yeah, you resorted to. So, Will, obviously you was recently in the M5 video, first drive. You have been on the channel before. You previously had an Evo 8. Was it
Yeah, it was about a year ago that video went
FQ3?
out. It was a 260, but it was like a 420 brake.
And you're now in an E92 M3. What happened there, mate?
Yeah, it's a bit of a switch, but
Just a bit.
I've always liked these. My dad had a convertible version, and ever since I heard that, I was like, I need to have that engine in my life. Like, especially at the price point they're at, they're such a good buy at between 10 and 20 grand, depending on what kind of one you buy. But
I think before we even talk anymore, we should start it up and let them have a listen.
exactly.
Guys, this car sounds like hell. So there you go. That is what this car's about, isn't it? Really?
yeah, it's like that exhaust setup is really strong. People ask me about it all the time. Well, not all the time, but people that know these cars, because it's meant to have a 1.75 back box mod, which for people that don't know is like one of the lowest ones. Like in terms of noise, and it's got primary decats, but for some reason it's
got a real
like
snap
raspy,
on the end, doesn't it? Yeah.
And especially like, well, you'll hear it in a bit, but the downshifts are like nuts.
Yeah. Listening to this, it's the best sound ever. Like,
yeah, it is a good noise.
it's comparable to like the 458 Italians.
You think?
Yeah, no.
I think even the intake noise is like the combination of the two is, I think, the best for the money at least. For an engine, you'd have to buy a Porsche, wouldn't you, to get a similar kind of engine.
So let's go over a bit of the specs. So it's a 4-litre naturally aspirated V8.
Yeah, a 65. This is a competition pack, so it's got the wheels, sits like 10 mil lower. It's not really a huge difference on E92. It's a competition pack, it's not like new. And I think they have revised EDC settings as well.
Was it already tuned when you bought it? Or?
It was already tuned when I bought it, yeah. The previous guy used to take it to the Nürburgring and stuff, and then he had a stage 2 done, Evolve. With primary decats, as well as that back box mod. I mean, I've driven a stock convertible, but I mean, that is like the perfect setup. The only thing it's probably missing is an intake or something, to sort of sharpen it up a little bit. But
how long have you had it?
Since December.
Since December, and you've gone straight from an Evo 8.
Evo 8, yeah.
What was that like though?
Yeah, I was a bit worried because I thought it would be slower, or feel slower anyway, because obviously you have to wring this car's neck to get anything out of it, whereas the Evo was, I think, 420 brake and about the same torque. Yeah. And that just had power everywhere. Yeah, 5-speed, short, ratio box. You would just get. Whereas this, you have to. But
bring it.
This, I prefer this.
And what's the rev to? Because you said a little bit higher, right?
Yeah, I think this is at the rev limit raised. I'm pretty sure it's 8.6.
Wow.
Imran can.
That must scream.
Yeah. It does, yeah. And with the shift lights and everything, you need to find a road long enough to be able to get, because you have to. You don't get through mini gears. Like second and third.
It's bait. This is what I say about this car. It's so bait. If you want to go for a spirited drive, you're letting the whole world know. Like, there's nothing sly about going for a drive in this car.
You get 2 gears and that's it before you go to prison.
Everyone hears you, like. And your dad recently bought an M4 competition convertible, like yesterday or the day before, actually.
Just a couple of days ago, and I'm sort of using it at the moment. And I thought that I would get in it and think, oh man, I need to replace this with an M4, but it hasn't. I need to drive it more, but I don't think it's quite done it for me yet.
Sorry to your dad if you're watching.
He will be. He will be. But it's the engine, I think.
Yeah. But feedback-wise, because it's an older gen, I always say the older gen of any car feels a bit more raw.
The steering in this is definitely heavier, as in it's heavier. Like you get that little bit more feel.
Your dad's also convertible.
It's a convertible, so that is a. Yeah, but it is also a competition pack, so it should be the one that feels
sharpest.
At its sharpest from stock, and it is completely stock. And even in a straight line, if you were like going to do a roll race, that would probably win because it has that torque. But once it's up to speed, I think they're quite similar.
Yeah. Well, I think you've been spoken for way too long now, mate.
Yeah, I think we just.
Well, let's drive. Yeah.
Yes,
we drive.
Yeah, let's drive.
Yeah, let's do it, mate. If you still haven't heard of Squarespace, now is the time to check them out. Whether you just want to buy a single domain or maybe you're looking to transfer your website to a more user-friendly platform, Squarespace has got you covered. You need absolutely no previous experience to create amazing looking websites, email campaigns, taking appointments and bookings. Their platform really does it all. It's literally designed for any purpose. So as standard, you get an instant access to all the templates you need in professionally designed layouts. So setting up things like contact pages, facts, regular content pages, appointment booking pages, it's all there and very straightforward to set up. You can also assign multiple contributors to your website and grant various permissions so you can easily delegate work to your team and have others run your site on your behalf. So head over to squarespace.com/livinglifefast today and sign up for your free trial to see what all the fuss is about. And as a special offer, Squarespace are also giving you 10% off your first purchase of any website or domain. Now let's get back into the video. Wow, is that what you're doing? 254 miles per hour. We're gonna go right, yeah? You think you're gonna keep this?
For a bit, yeah. I normally don't keep cars for that long, but I like this one so far.
Use and abuse them, yeah? Get rid of them.
Basically, yeah. The previous owner and the next owner deal with it.
Yeah, so it's had the rod bearing, so that's like a common fault with these, right?
Rod bearings, yeah. I had it done at Evolve quite a while ago actually, so it would be interesting to see what they're like now. I think it was like 30,000 miles ago now. I don't go anywhere above like 2k RPM until it's at like 80, 90 degrees.
Yeah, that's how it should be, man. Nuts. It's not that intrusive, is it?
No, you can hear it clear, but it's not like droney or anything.
Cheers. And it's more than fast enough, isn't it? Like you said, it lacks that low down torque, but
yeah, you have to get it like
constantly holds you.
You have to keep it up at sort of above 6 basically, or 5, 6 to have all the power.
And the gear change is so aggressive.
Yeah,
it thumps forward, doesn't it? There's a hand gearbox off there, must
it? Yeah, it's got.
Jeez. Man, like wheel. Jeez. Oh, you hear that? That sound is unreal.
And it has like pops and bangs. You have to like pops and bangs, but it's like crackle, yeah.
Oh shit!
So I didn't even know this car had like a map on it. Yeah. I bought the car and I was like, I did a downshift and that happened. I was like, wow, nah, that's not stop. There's a map somewhere.
Man, it's quick, boy. It's actually like, yeah. It's not to say these are not quick, but because obviously the new cars are turbo, normally you don't get that low down funk, do you? But
you get people that will drive this and then they'll change it 6.
Yeah.
And then they tell you it's slow.
Yeah, that's
right. That's why, because you're getting,
and you've got to be an M
50% of the power. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. What does that rev do? That literally does.
That was 8.6.
8.6?
Yeah.
Jeez. Nearly 9,000 RPM. Wheels handy behind the wheel. Lovely. RPMs, boy. That's enjoyable, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what, sometimes I get bored of this car and then I go for a drive like that and I'm like, I've got to keep this car.
And what was the year of the car again, sorry?
2011.
That is just incredible, isn't it? Wow. What a flipping engine, man. So, you've had it for coming up close to a year, around 100k miles you've done? It's done?
It's done, yeah, 109 now, not far off 110. I bought it at 103.
Okay. Anything you've had to spend on the car?
nothing like major yet. I had a headlight go, which was annoying. I thought it was just a bulb. It turned out these get water in the headlights.
That's right, mine was the same.
So I had to I just did it myself basically. Just brought a ballast, took the bumper off, took the headlights out, split them apart, resealed it, and it's been fine since then. And like servicing isn't ridiculous on this. It's not like, you know, E46s and older ones where you got the inspection servicing.
Any little niggles?
The brakes are a bit spongy. Don't know if that's an issue, but like they've been bled and stuff, and they're still a bit spongy. I've just got used to it basically. Other than that, nothing that's left me without the car.
How would you compare the handling to your Evo? Would you say it handles better?
It's difficult to compare because like the Evo was light steering. You could just chuck it around anywhere. This, you have to be a bit more careful with it. It's a heavier car. The rear is obviously can step out.
Yeah.
But in terms of how capable it is, this is probably on par, if not slightly better. Once you get into it, this feels so like confidence inspiring. Like, this is a much sort of more exciting driving experience when you get it right and you can push it hard. What was the last one you drove? Yours?
Mine, yeah. Perfect weight into the steering. I like them paddles as well.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Throttle response is just... And look at the speed of the gear shifts as well, like immediately. Whoa, how aggressive is that change?
Yeah. I think, in fairness, it probably needs a service for the gearbox,
but beautiful.
GTS is pretty...
That throttle, nah. That is crazy. Could just do that all day. Man, them shifts are rapid, boy. Yeah, you just tap the throttle in it after.
Sometimes it just does these massive, like, just goes like.
So do you notice your gearbox getting hot, like by your right here?
I can feel it now. I've never felt it in the driver's seat, but I can feel it now.
Okay.
In that, this has got gearbox temp on it, so I don't know. I've never really monitored it.
Yeah, mine used to get hot, boy.
That's Ricky style driving.
A lot more engaging, isn't it? Definitely. Anyone with an E92 M3 has to do an exhaust mod. Have to. I think your wheel's a little bit fat, man.
Yeah, it's been redone. I'm used to it now, so every other wheel to me feels like a body too skinny.
Some people say the E46 M3 didn't have much feedback, but comparing it to the new gen, the car's crazy, but the Evolve tune just transforms it 100%. Because the revs so high, you can literally, man, like that's some serious weight to the wheel, you know that? You gotta like really fight it, man. I think wheel needs to be thinner. Like, it's almost like I'm resting my palms.
I thought you said wheel needs to be thinner. Wheel, lose some weight. Fuck.
I've not even got a grip on the wheel. I'm almost resting my palms.
It needs like, I think the M Performance one is nice because it's the Alcantara and it's a little bit thinner than that. And the previous owner must have had.
This car is just music, man. Obviously, like, I sold mine to sort of, I didn't want to sell it, but just the position of the channel at the time. Front end's lovely. Such an aggressive front though, isn't it? The gear shift. Wow, are you sure this is normal weighting for this wheel? Feel it though. Cheers. Yeah, like you say, top actually, of the RPM.
I think, is it called Servotronic, the steering? Because if it is, I think Evolve do that in the map. I don't know.
Oh right. What do you reckon it makes it heavier?
I don't know.
This feels
I've got
like,
nothing to compare it against.
This don't feel like Emma's car.
Yeah.
No, it feels like it's a bit of a battle, like, you know? I just can't believe how sensitive that throttle is. It's the most smoothest, crispiest throttle I've felt. Like
Crispy.
you've got a power button here, right?
Yeah, it's just
and the
roll
EDC.
response.
So it's got adaptive.
Yeah.
So is that with the dampers working right now, or?
So I think I've got it set so when the M button's on, that's in the first setting of EDC, which I think is normal.
Yeah.
I want to say, because off is comfort and then there's sport. Because I think in the competition pack, that setting is like constantly changing depending on road surface. I think that was one of the adaptations they made.
I've seen some of these, like I don't know, maybe Cat D's and stuff, but like 12, 13 grand. I'm seeing some of them.
I feel a lot of the people that are into the more, you know, low mile clean ones, you know, will have to pay more. But you can get 12, 13 for a good one.
Yeah.
If you budget for bearings and a few other bits, and obviously these like mods as well, it's probably not far off till these drop into, you know, sub 10 grand or something.
Sick. Man. And what tyres have you got there?
PS4S is actually a bit wider as well. 275s back, 255s front.
Man, like wheel, you know. Jeez. You're pretty handy behind the wheel, aren't you?
I watched too many LLF videos.
Yeah, man, nice to get your car on the channel. It's been a while. It's been a long day as well, man. I'm
Been a long
really
day.
tired today for some reason. Yeah, I mean, guys, I'm thinking about doing a separate POV video, just like an all sound video, because this car is one of the best, like if not the best sounding car out there, especially for the money. Do you want to plug where you're at on social?
Just my Instagram really, at WillChandler_94.
Cool. Well, I'll leave a link in the description.
Sounds good.
Obviously, people are going to see you in some other videos anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.